Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. We got to talk about your team. The Bengals point the finger at Shemar Stewart's agent over the contract drama. First, Bengals Director of Player Personnel, Duke Tobin, pointed the finger at Stewart's representation. He needs to be here. I would encourage him to be here. He's listening to advice he's paying for his agent. I don't understand the advice. We're treating him fairly. No, you're not. No, you're not. Nobody else put that language in the contract. That if you have a conduct detrimental, all future guarantees could be voided. You do realize, if I'm not mistaken, I think the way they do it now, Ocho, the guarantee, first round of the money is guaranteed. So in other words, he has a slip up this year, next year, the year after, and the year after money could potentially be voided. Are they out of their mind? Yeah. That is the reason why you have an agent, is that you're supposed to take advice from the agent. If you didn't, because see, they want to take advantage. Oh, we're treating him fairly. No, you're not. No, you're not. Nobody else does this. Y'all trying to be slick. And they know they're starting to dangerous. You got to be careful with precedent, Ocho. Precedent. Yeah. Because now they're going to try, everybody, you start doing that, everybody going to try to start to slip that in there. Nah, you're not finna do that. If you want to punish me for something I did this year, by all means. But to take all the future guarantees when the contract is more times than not is guaranteed, absolutely not, Ocho.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I totally understand what you're saying. Obviously, I don't like the hypothetical that was used in the situation, being that if you're in prison, and Mike Brown saying if just so happened he goes to prison, I shouldn't have to pay him. For that matter, I think it should be a year-to-year thing. I think the agent should have come to that conclusion a very long time ago based on yearly. Listen, year one, if something happens that detrimental conduct detrimental to the team, then money for that specific year should not have to be paid. There should be some type of penalty where the players, not the player, that the owners can protect themselves and not having to play. But what's fair is fair. And what I think what they're trying to do is not fair. They're trying to set a precedent, a certain precedent that if Shemar Stewart the first one, then everyone else. It's a copycat league. If one team does it, and a Shemar Stewart and his agent allow it to happen, then it would be a trickle effect, and everyone else will start implementing that and setting that precedent as well.
Then owner Mike Brown said, it's not about money. It's about guarantee. In this case, of if he were to do something contrary to the discipline levels of the league, I don't think that's going to ever happen. That's what's holding it up. It's never happened as long as I can remember. His agent wants it to be, if he acted in a terrible fashion, this is all hypothetical, something that rises to the level of him going to prison, we'd be on the line for the guarantee. Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
But Ocho, but guess what? They want to be in a situation, if we cut you, even if I got guaranteed money, I cut you, I ain't got to pay you. That's what guarantee mean. Hold on.
Means.
Am I the only one that understands what the word guarantee mean, Ocho?
Yeah.
That's how it works. You don't get to determine that, well, you did something year one. Now we're going to punish you year 2, year 3, year 4. Nah, bro. I don't work like that.
Yeah. I mean,
if it goes to arbitration, Ocho, if it goes to arbitration, you know, that's what we have. We have an independent arbiter and they hear both sides. And if they say, okay, I can live with that. But for you to just give you that kind of control, just give up that? Absolutely not, Ocho. No way in hell would I ever do that. And he said it's not about the money. It is about the money. Guarantee is about guaranteed money.
It's definitely about the money. But listen, excuse me. Shemar Stewart and his representation are in a tough spot. The Bengals, the Browns, and Mike Brown, Katie, and Duke Tobin, they're also in a tough spot. I would love for the matter to be resolved. Training camp has already started. The rookies have already reported. So he's actually missing time, valuable time, where I think he can come in and make a difference. Based on what I've seen on film, with college tape, he can come in and make a difference. Our defense was very bad last year. We need all hands on deck. We need all hands on deck based on how we as a team in our organization start every goddamn season.
Correct.
In a hole, having to dig ourselves and dig our way out of it. The point of having the draft is to draft people and draft players that we think we can benefit from and help our team. And this situation right here is not helping us in any way, shape, form, or fashion to reach the end goal. We all have the same end goal. We trying to get to Lombardi. We trying to be in San Francisco come February, week 1. And this is not the type of business and going about doing so. I hope they get the matter resolved. I'm sick of talking about it. You know, I'm sorry for being a little frustrated. I'm a little passionate about my team a little bit, you know. And listen, Shemar Stewart has to do it right. His representation is doing exactly what they should do. This is business. This is the ugly side of business.
Yes.
I know young people want to go out there and play football. I got drafted. I finally achieved and reached my childhood dream of getting drafted to an NFL team. It just so happened now the business gets in the way. The ugly side of it. And you wonder why I had so much fun while I was playing. To get away from this side, this part. Man, I hope it's resolved.
But you notice how the Bengals now, why didn't the 30 other one of the teams did the hypotheticals? You notice how hypotheticals only happen to the Bengals. If he were to go to prison or something, I don't think that's going to happen. Just like they said, he might misbehave, run afoul with the league. I don't think that's going to happen. Well, if you don't think that's going to happen, why are you putting language in there?
I have a question. And excuse me for my lack of ignorance and lack of knowledge on his past history. Does he have character issues or stuff that happened previously in the past that I don't know about? Because that to me, that would be the only reason this specific player, these clauses would want to be implemented into his contract because of past behavior.
I thought you came in with a clean slate. That's what they told us. Now, I noticed, I don't know if you remember this. You remember when Terrell Pryor sold some of his game war and stuff, the stuff that he got for winning the Big Ten championship. Ohio State. He sold his jersey.
Yes.
Now, this happened in college. And when he got to the league suspended him for 5 games. I was outraged. I said, how in the hell, since when can you punish me for something? Ocho, let's just say for the sake of argument, I'm a college kid.
Yeah.
And I get a DUI in college. I graduate college, do an unbelievable job. I graduate with honors. I get this job, and the job tells me, well, we're going to take 2 months salary from you because you got a DUI. That didn't have nothing to do with that. I wasn't even on the job.
Right.
Whatever Shemar, whatever he did or didn't do, he didn't do it on the Bengals clock. How do you get to punish somebody for something they didn't do when they didn't work for you?
But also, this is their entity. This is their business. So when it comes to business, something that you do know is businesses, they do everything they can, especially contractually, to be able to protect themselves just in case what you did back then, in case your past creeps in while you work for us.
Have they put this in their contract? Is this in Joe Burrow's contract? Is this in Chase's contract? Was this in Anthony Munoz's contract? Was this in Boomer Esiason's contract? Because this is the same ownership that's on that. So I need to know. Now, if this is what they've always done, I don't have a problem with it. I might not like it. But if this is something new, I'm not going to be your test dummy. I'm not going to be your guinea pig to start this precedent. You can start it next year. But I will not allow you to start the precedent with me.
Oh, hey, that's a good one. Hey, it's a tough spot. Hey, I know fans are pissed. Fans are pissed. Hell, you can tell the way I'm talking. Like, I'm sick of talking about it because I want to see young Bull in camp. But I see both sides.
Yeah, for sure.
I see both sides. Of course, me always having to side with. I got to side with the players. As much as I love my Bengals, I got to side with the player.
More times than not, I do too, Ocho. But I believe in right is right, wrong is wrong. And I think the Bengals are wrong in this situation. And to say you're receiving bad advice, that's why Ocho, why would I hire a financial advisor if I'm not going to listen to him? I'm going to give somebody millions of dollars to invest my money, and then they say, well, here, this is safe. It's not going to give you 20, 30, 40%, but it's going to give you a consistent 6 to 8%. because when you take those huge swings, there's a chance they don't hit.
Yes.
This is safe.
Yeah.
Now, once you get to a certain level, you say, okay, I got a couple of extra dollars. I want to put it in something here a little more risky that's going to give me more bang for my buck. Something that can give me 3X, 2X, 4X, 5X. But that's a huge risk because for every Uber Eats or Ring, there's something that does not hit. See, there are all the ones. We look at the Bitcoins and we look at the Uber Eats and we look at the Amazons. But do you know how many companies have gone belly up? And that never, the IPO was nothing?
Thousands.
Yes.
Thousands.
So that's the whole reason is that I hired a guy for a reason. If I thought I could do it on my own, I damn sure didn't care to give somebody 3 to 4%, but I knew I couldn't do it on my own. And then I didn't want to hear them talk some bull jive because here I was taking these injections and giving my all, and you telling me I'm losing the step. Was I losing the step before or after I started taking them injections and wasn't 100% out there?
Wait a minute. Speaking of that, I'm glad you just said that. I'm so glad you just said it. Please tell me you talk about that team that we so-called America's team based on the comments that were said about Sticks.
We gonna get that. We gonna get to that.
Okay. I just want to make sure we got it in the lineup now because he got his nerve, the audacity, the gall.
CBS Sports gives their NFL triplet ranking. The Bengals, Ocho, are number 1, thanks to Joe Burrow, running back Chase Brown, and Shemar Chase. The Philadelphia Eagles are number 2. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown. Baltimore Ravens are number 3. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers. Detroit Lions are number 4. Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown. And rounding out the top 5 is the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Isaiah Pacheco, and Rashee Rice. Oh, okay, we've got 10. Buffalo was number 6, Josh Allen, James Cook, Khalil Shakir. Rams, number 7, Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua. The 49ers, thanks to Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle. Number 9, Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, Mike Evans. Rounding out the top 10, Dak Prescott, Javonte Williams, and CD Lamb.
Man.
Ocho?
Yeah.
Any objections? You like it?
Yeah. I mean, listen, as much as I love my Bengals, there's no reason we should be number 1. There's no reason we should be number 1. Number 1 should be the Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, listen, number 1 should be the Philadelphia Eagles. Listen, I love Chase Brown. Obviously, Joe does what Joe does. Uno does what he does. It's not even close, especially, and obviously, and not to be rude, not to be disrespectful, but where were the Ravens again?
Ravens was 3.
I would put the Ravens in front of the Bengals as well.
Hell, you could make a case Detroit should go in front of the Bengals with Gibbs.
Who was the 3? Who was the 3 for the Lions?
Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And listen, and that's interchangeable over there. You can go Gibbs or Montgomery.
Jameson
either way.
Williams.
Yeah, so I mean, if anything, to be fair, I'd put the Bengals maybe at 4, maybe 5.
Ocho, this is why I agree with you, and I'm saying
yes, sir.
Because I think the gap between the running backs is greater than the distance between Chase and say Amon-Ra St. Brown, or Chase and A.J. Brown, or Chase and Zay Flowers. That's why I think Bengals should be and there's not a gap. There's not that big of a gap. If there is a gap between Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow,
no.
Now, if you want to say, okay, Jalen Hurts doesn't throw the ball, but that's not their offense.
It's not their game. But
Chase Brown with the running back position, and you're talking about Derrick Henry, you're talking about Saquon Barkley, you're talking about Jahmyr Gibbs. Nah, man. Nah.
David Montgomery, yeah. Listen, as much as I love my Bengals, I'm fair. I'm going to be fair, and I'm going to be realistic.
You got to be.
I'm going to be fair, and I'm going to be realistic.
Yes. Now, when you talk about Khalil Shakir and the receiving position, I think come on now, Chase. That's like Chase. That's like Brown with Saquon, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs. When you talk about Chase and Khalil Shakir.
Yes.
Now we're on to something. McCaffrey, it's kind of hard to have 49ers any higher for the simple fact of health of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
I like the Bucs made it. The Bucs should have made it.
Yeah.
Bucky Irvin's been sensational. Baker played extremely. Since he's been in Tampa, Baker Mayfield has played extremely well. Let's give credit where credit's due. I have no problem that he's found a home. He's found someone that believed in him and give him an opportunity, and he gets to be Baker Mayfield. The Baker Mayfield that we saw at Oklahoma, we get to see this guy now.
Yeah.
The Cowboys, I don't really have a problem. I don't have a – what was the running back before Javonte Williams got there?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. Oh, Rico Dowdle. Okay, I look. Okay, 10. Okay, Cowboys, Dak. But Dak's coming off an injury also. Javonte Williams was now he's another year removed from that knee injury. He didn't play very well his last year in Denver. We understand why CD's there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll talk about that later on when the season get around.
Yeah, but I agree with you, Ocho. The Bengals, it's just the mere fact that Chase. The gap between Saquon, Derrick Henry is a bigger gap between Jamar Chase, A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, and Zay Flowers.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And so with that being said, and I get it, Joe Burrow had a historic, he led the league in passing touchdowns last year. He led the league in passing yards. And I understand Chase won the Triple Crown.
Yes.
But how many yards did Chase Brown have? Because one guy had 2,000.
That's a good question. Not many did
and another guy had 1921.
Right.
And Jahmyr Gibbs, even after splitting carries, probably had 1,400 yards.
That's crazy. Imagine.
I think the gap, with the running back gap, there's a bigger gap between the running back
than it is receivers.
Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Chase Brown. Yeah. And there is between Jamar Chase, Zay Flowers, A.J. Brown, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
That's just me. Now, Chad, I mean, y'all can have at it. Y'all can chop it up. Y'all can agree or disagree with Ocho and I said. But I think the Eagles, I would put the Eagles 1. I would put the Ravens 2. Now, 3 and 3. Now I'm really having to think about 3, and that's between Detroit and Cincinnati, Ocho. That's just me.
You know, honestly. Because Detroit, and this is no disrespect to Chase Brown, good running back. I'm putting Detroit at 3 simply because they had that double-headed monster. You could just pick who you want to go with, whatever your purpose may be. That goddamn Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra in golf is special.
Yes.
It's special.
How many yards did Chase Brown have last year? $990. Okay, he was 10 from 1,000. One guy had 2,000. The other guy had 1921.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. Look, the Bill. I don't really have a problem with anybody else that's on this list because we're looking down. Okay, we look down. Who else? Could the Texans? With C.J. Stroud, Joe Mixon, Nico Collins.
Nico Collins, that's a good one.
Okay, Jacksonville. Tank Bigsby, Brian Thomas Jr. Okay, you'll leave Trevor Lawrence out. Okay, take him off. They got a triplets, but it doesn't deserve to make the top 10.
Right.
Okay, what about Washington?
Ooh.
Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin.
Brian Robinson. Yeah.
They was 12.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
The Dolphins, you got Achan, you got Reek, you got Tua.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
Not in front of the Cowboys. You don't think the Commanders
in front of the Cowboys? Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't think they should be a top 5, but I'm just saying.
Okay. I thought you were saying top 5. I'm like,
No. Commanders nor the other team should be top 5 because although A-Chain the Commanders can't because Brian Robinson, let me see. Would I take Brian Robinson over Chase Brown? Hell yeah. But I'm not taking him over Saquon. I'm not taking him over Derrick Henry. I'm not taking him over Gibbs. Hell no.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm not taking him there. And I'm not taking, I love Terry McLaurin, but I'm not taking him over Zay Flowers or AJ or Amon-Ra. I'm not.
Whoa. Slow down.
You take him over AJ Brown?
Hold on. You say you're not taking Terry McLaurin over St. Brown?
No, I don't think I'd take him over St. Brown. Because it's, you know what, Ocho? Let me tell you why it's hard.
Wait a minute.
Because one plays specifically outside, the other is mainly inside. And so you look at Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra had 100 and probably 15 catches?
Yeah.
He's customarily always over 100 catches because he's the slot. So what was his numbers? Amon-Ra. I'm gonna look. You look up Amon-Ra. I'm gonna look up Terry McLaurin.
That's interesting. I know. T-Mac. I'm gonna call him T-Mac. I can't call him Scary Terry right now. I ain't calling him Scary Terry until they pay him.
Okay, Amon-Ra was second in catches,
right?
Fifth in yards, third in touchdowns.
What he had in yards? By what?
1263.
How many catches?
Second in catches, 115.
God.
Yes.
Oh, boy, them boys, they be 115 passes?
No, that's 115 catches. He probably had 145 to 150 targets.
Hey, man. I wish I was able to do the math. If you take my best season, whatever it might have been, and you did the numbers based on yards per catch, I think my highest total season of catches is like 97. If I had 115 catches, I wonder what my numbers would look like.
It's only a handful of guys going to have that many catches when they're deep.
Crazy.
You got to look. So you got to look at somebody like a Moss.
Yes.
I mean, are you looking at? I'm talking about a speed guy, a guy that's outside, that's catching the balls like that. Man, they're going to be 1,600, 1,700 yards, Ocho. Because if you think about it, you averaging 15 yards a catch. You average in your best seasons when you had 1,600 yards or high 15s, you was averaging 15 yards a catch. So just imagine 110, 115, 120, 30 catches.
Imagine this during that time. Me, TJ Hoosh, Chris Henry. Imagine if we had what they have implemented in everybody's game plan today. Those little quick screens, those little bubble screens, those little quick passes where they get it in your hands and let you do what you. Man,
only a handful of teams running that. We started adopting that late, like my last year or two in Denver.
Right.
But prior to that, the only team that really did that was the Colts.
Yeah.
They was doing that with Marvin.
What about the Rams? What about the Rams? That greatest.
Yeah, the Rams kind of started it.
Right.
With Isaac, with Azahir. They would do it. They would do it with Marshall Faulk. They would put Marshall Faulk out and motion him and throw it to him. Holt caught some of those. Isaac Bruce, and then now everybody they'll just raise up and just throw the ball. The guy bubble. He'll be in the slot and he'll bubble back and they'll pop it to him. But it's a different game now, Ocho. We had our time. We played how we played because I can assure you. Yeah, I heard Ozzy and Kellen and all the guys like, man, I sure wish we threw the ball like y'all threw it today. I'm like, oh, you think we throw it? Hell, I don't know if y'all seen Denver's offense. Right. Had a whole lot of throwing going on.
Yeah. Oh,
but look, Bengals 1, Eagles 2, Baltimore 3, Detroit 4, Kansas City 5. I would go Eagles 1, Baltimore 2. I agree with you. I would go Detroit 3, Kansas City 4. Not Kansas City, Cincinnati 4.
Yeah, I was going to say, I ain't putting Pacheco them in front of Cincinnati.
No, hell no. Nah.
Yeah.
That's my toss-up. My toss-up is, do I put Detroit 3 and Cincy 4, or do I put Cincy 3 and leave Detroit at 4? But the Eagles and Baltimore should be 1, 2.
Well, hold on. 3. I'm doing Detroit at 3. And I'm putting the Bengals 4.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what my toss-up is.
Oh, okay. Listen, that's not even a toss-up for me. That's a no-brainer.
Wow.
That's a no-brainer on my end.
But me, no-brainer is Eagles at 1, Baltimore at 2.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah,
Cowboys. But, we talked about Washington. We talked about Hell, well, no, they ain't got no quarterback. And I know Atlanta.
Ooh.
Atlanta didn't really have the quarterback situation because I can't put that kind of stock because I like Atlanta's running back and I like Drake London.
Bijan is nice. Drake London is nice.
I like Michael Pittman Jr. I like Jonathan Taylor, but I'm uncertain about their quarterback position. You see what I'm saying, Ocho?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Minnesota. I know Jetta. I know Jones, but who's the quarterback?
J.J. McCarthy.
I ain't seen him throw not one NFL pass.
We just saw with why am I drawing a blank on the quarterback?
You talking about for Minnesota?
Yeah, from last year. Why am I drawing a blank? In Seattle now.
What? Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Listen, we saw Sam Darnold in New York.
Yeah.
Okay, we saw Sam Darnold. He was somewhere else before he went to Minnesota.
He's with the Jets. He's with San Francisco.
Bingo. We saw what he did with the Minnesota Vikings last year. Mm-hmm. Historic run. Historic season for him individually.
Right.
So what you think J.J. McCarthy gonna come in and do?
But you got to realize
Jordan Addison's still there. Justin Jefferson is still there. He gonna be all right. He can sling it now. You ain't really got to do much when you're a quarterback like that. Even if it's gonna be your first year playing, you're not a rookie. You're going into your second year, but what's around you is so great. All you have to do is just facilitate the ball and don't make any mistakes.
But see, that's the thing. You see how you have to play. You talk about don't make any mistakes. Sam Darnold had a historic season.
Yes.
Now, the thing is, plus he has some season. He was seasoned. He understood this offense because it's a very similar offense to what they run in San Francisco.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see. But I understand why they didn't put him up there because I understand Jones. I understand Jetta.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about the quarterback position.
Right.
I'm just not. So, I mean.
That's fair.
Not the 49ers. The Chargers. What about the Chargers? Ladd McConkey, Justin Herbert. They got Najee Harris. But
they do have Najee Harris now. That's right. That's right.
Jerry Jones chose to open in training camp by taking a shot at Micah Parsons. Ocho, let's take a listen to what Jerry had to say.
Just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year, Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of things you can think about when you, just as the player does, when you're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money.
He just can't help himself.
Dallas Cowboys fans, Dallas Cowboy players. This is your head coach. This is your, head. I'm talking about
He's the head coach.
This is the man that he is the head coach, huh? This is the man that runs the show. This is the man. This lets you know in short term how they really feel about you. It's a bit.
After all that man is done.
This is how they really feel about you. There's nothing like taking a dig or taking a shot at your 2-star players. Your 2-star players, oh, well, I made one the highest paid, but he missed the season because of injury. We play football. It's a contact sport. It's a barbaric sport. Sometimes injuries do happen.
I remember he made another quarterback the highest paid, and he never took a shot at him, and he stayed injured. But that ain't none of my business. I don't even know why I brought that up, Ocho.
This is who you have to go out there and play for. This is who you have to go out there and play for.
I want to know, was Tony Romo...
That is how your owner thinks about you.
But we know that. See, the thing is, I remember in 2016 when Colin Nipton, but Jerry loves his players. Jerry loves people that look like you and I that can do something for him. Don't you fool yourself. See, the mistake that people make, Jerry, no. Michael Irvin could do things for him. Dez Bryant can do things for him. Emmitt Smith could do things for him. Charles Haley could do things for him. Nate Newton, Larry Allen. I could go on and on and on. Stop fooling yourself. Out of the kindness of your heart. Okay.
I have a question, and this is for the chat, for the people in the chat as well. If you play for the Cowboys organization, how would you feel as a player? Understanding that's how the man who runs the show and writes your checks felt about you.
I already know how I feel about me. I've done my homework.
How does that even give you the motivation? Even
want to go out there and play for that man?
Play for that man outside of the money.
That's all I'm doing. See, he's upset at Dak because Dak has always Heisman posed him. Dak had always been what it was. You're the owner, I'm the player. Mm-hmm. A lot of players get close to Jerry. Dak has never allowed that to happen. Todd France comes in, does the negotiating, hard line, boom, I'm up out of here. Dak goes about his business. Dak ain't trying to go to his house. Dak is not trying to go out and hang out with him. Dak is Dak. Dak does what he does. Dak now has a family. Right. Boom. Strictly business. You see, he taking a shot at Micah because Micah wouldn't let him glaze him. It's between me and the player. You never did a deal with just the player when the player had representation. But you know what it's going to cost you because you let Max Crosby get a new deal. You let Myles Garrett get a new deal. You let T.J. Watt get a big new deal. And guess what? Micah Parsons is 3 to 4 years younger than all of them. So guess what he's about to do? Pole vault him. Mm-hmm. So whatever T.J. Watt got, Micah Parsons is going to get $1 million to $2 million more. And don't give me that junk. I play in Texas. Oh, well, I know it ain't no state income tax. And I'm glad for that. Right. So that 43 million, Uncle Sam will only go get 36% of it. No state taxes.
Right. And I'm understanding. Obviously, I wanted to text Micah. I wanted to call him, but I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother him. Yeah, just ask how you feel. How does that make you feel? And I'm
like
just
crap. This is my only thing. My only thing's about me. Now, what about the time that he missed some games? But I guarantee you, there's some games that he should have missed more because I know Michael has some issues going on. But that ain't none of my business. I don't even know why I brought that up again. Damn, I keep telling people business.
You know how many times all of us have played the game of football and went out there anyway? When we were hurt? Had to take Toradol pills, had to take the Toradol shot just to line up and play for the same. And then
Zolocane, Marcaine, cortisone, all that. Shooting up in your shoulders and in your knees. I didn't shoot my knees up. I shot my ankles up, shot my shoulders up, ribs. Did all that, Ocho. Did all that.
I mean, how do we not understand or just have any self-awareness where that's the kind of stuff that you say to yourself, but you never say out loud about the players that are on your team? You don't say stuff like that out loud.
Had the nerves deadened in my ankles, so I couldn't feel no pain. That's what nerves do. They allow you to feel pain and says, okay, hey, bro, back off that. I had my nerves in my ankles deadened, so I couldn't feel pain. Yeah. So I could go out there and play. And then to have somebody talk like that, man, please, I'd have lost it. I'd have lost it.
Hey, you know what's funny is when you think about the owners, obviously it's 32 owners. I think Jerry is the only one with the cojones to come out and say how he really feels. No one else would do that.
That's why.
What you saw today, nobody else would do that.
Why would it? But Jerry, but see, that's what Jerry wanted to be about him. See, Jerry don't want no superstar. Because you know why he want a superstar? Because he would never take a Tom Brady. He couldn't play for a Peyton Manning because they'd be bigger than he is. And he don't want that to happen.
Right.
I've been very fortunate. I played for 2 owners. Mr. Bolin, I did something for his family today.
Yes, sir.
But Ocho, it was about us. We were the superstars. He used to tell me all the time, Sharpe, I ain't catching no passes. Sharpe, I ain't making no tackles. Why the hell I need to be up there and talking and carrying on? That's what I pay you guys for. I said, you play us quite well. I don't get why Jerry felt to open up training camp like this.
I don't know.
Everything that comes up doesn't need to come out.
Right.
But Micah.
Oh, what you thinking doesn't need to be said. Every little thought, especially stuff that you know is going to ruffle people's feathers, catch media headlines. Hell, the only thing that should be catching headlines today is Cowboys open up training camp and George Pickens looks motherfucking good. Excuse my language. Sorry. George Pickens looked good day one. That's it. That should be the conversation, not what you said about Dak and what you said about Micah. Man, come on.
J.J.
man.
Watt took to Twitter, X, to defend him. Anytime you can publicly take a dig at your star quarterback and your young star pass rusher simultaneously right before the season begins, you got to just take it. Nothing makes guys want to fight for you more than hearing how upset you are that they got hurt while fighting for you. Micah reposted that. No discount for you, Jerry.
Wait, hold on. What if he didn't? Excuse me. What if he even goes worse? What if Micah says, that's how you feel about me?
Trade me.
Why don't you trade me?
Yeah.
Then what? And the funny thing about I'm just finding out all about Jerry's ways because I never played for the Cowboys, and obviously when I was playing, I'm blind to what's going on over there. But Unc, you the one introduced me and told me about the whole thing with Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
So that raised my eyebrows, but I thought, maybe that's just a one-off. Maybe they just had a disagreement and he's not really like that, but they got into it. But
he thought after 3 years, he hired 89 was Jimmy's first year. That's the year he took over. He brought I think Bum Bright. I think that's who he bought the Cowboys from. So he took over him and Jimmy in 89 because Troy was their first draft pick. They won the championship in 92, won it again in 93, and again in 95. So in 4 years, so 89, 90, 91, 92. So in the fourth year, he thought he knew more football than Jimmy. Now, see what Jimmy could do. Jimmy was coming from college at the U. So all these guys that's coming out, guess who knew him? Because he tried to recruit him at the U.
Yeah.
See, Jerry think because somebody handed him a piece of paper that they've done all the work for him. See, Jerry's that guy that does no part of the project, but he gets an A. You ain't do nothing. You just happen to own the team. You did nothing. Jimmy, the scouts, the evaluators, they did all the work. It burned him. It burned him that Jimmy got the credit. Everybody gave Jimmy the credit. And he wanted Jimmy to toast him.
And that's a tough spot to be in for a player. It has to be. Just to hear that from your owner has to be a tough spot to be in. He's running it. It's supposed to be a football team. It's supposed to be an organization, but you're running it like, I'm not going to say the P word. You're running like the P word.
Ocho. As long as
you saw Django?
Yes.
You saw Django?
Yes.
Okay. You see where I'm going, yeah? Okay, you're running it like that. You don't say that about the players that you paying. You don't complain, I made the quarterback the highest paid because you fucking waited to pay him. You waited to the last minute.
You waited to the last minute. You got Micah Parsons on the fifth-year option. So you waited to the last minute.
Thing with Ezekiel Elliott.
And he said it. And I used to say this all the time. I am not going to give you, I would give you a discount if you sign me with a couple of years left because now you're giving me guaranteed money. I'm not giving you a discount if you make me get to the punctuation. The end. No, bro, I got to get maximum dollar out of you. Max value. But see, here's the thing, Ocho. I know who Jerry is. And as long as they know who Jerry is, they should never have a problem with it. He applauds what you do, not who you are. It's transactional to him. You can provide a service, a damn good one. He's going to pat you on the back. But if you think it's anything more than that, you're sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken.
Hey, man, that's I ain't never heard nothing like that. Now, I know a lot of them think like that. One thing to think, but to actually say it out loud.
Beyond reproach.
Out loud?
Bro, listen. See, a lot of times people they'll take what he says about them, but I listen to what he says about everything else and how he handles everything else. That told me a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, your toes are going to be on the line. Your hand's going to be over the heart. Okay.
Oh, doing that. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I see where we're going with this.
Yeah.
I see I see how you think.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, be you.
It's
Be you.
unfortunate.
I hate to try, like I said, I know Mike a little. I like him a lot. Great personality. Know his representative. But I'm gonna be very, very disappointed if y'all don't rake Jerry ass across the coals. If y'all don't get at least $42, $43 million, if y'all don't get $10 million, if y'all don't get $5 million more than what TJ Watt got. TJ got 3 years, $143 million. He got 108 guaranteed. With 1 year, oh man, y'all better get you all $115 million guaranteed, fully guaranteed. As a matter of fact, Jerry, since you've been nasty, I want 100 of it at signing. I want 100 of my 115 at signing.
As soon as I sign the dotted line, I'm not even shaking hands.
Hey, I'm happy to be a Cowboy, but I'm more happy that I get to secure my family. This is generational wealth. My family, my dad, my brother, hey, we good now.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, he really said that out loud.
Yeah. But that's Ocho. Don't you like that? Don't you? Let me know where I stand with you. See, so far too many times, I just need to know. See, that's the difference between the South and the North. In the South, they don't like you. They tell you.
Yeah.
I don't like you, bub. As opposed to hiding.
Right. Yeah. That's
Tell y'all what he think. Michael actually reported to training camp today despite the contract standoff. Should Michael trust Jerry Jones enough to report to camp? Yeah. I'm going to report to camp. I don't want to get no money back. I don't want to. But I just... Because they've tried to... That's another thing, Ocho. See what they put in there?
Yeah.
Now, hey, there's no forgiveness. Though it doubles. I mean, what did it start at 15,000,
yeah.
30,000? You miss 10, 15 days of practice. That's over $1 million that the team can't forgive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But now that you go in there, you play the game.
Hey,
you play the game.
I'm playing for the
now that you
jersey.
know, you play the game.
I'm playing for the name on the back of my jersey. F that name on the front. Because that's what you said to me.
Yeah, basically, in not so many words. Yeah, that's crazy.
So, hey, go do what you do, Micah. I hope Micah get 25 sacks. And the 50 and the 40 million you're gonna pay is 50 now. 50 mil. Micah, hopefully you get a contract extension. What's Micah playing? What's his fifth year option? 20 what? Because he's outside, he's the edge or he'll DN. 24 million. Micah, all you do is that you pay your monthly expenses. Don't you buy nothing. Don't you buy a car. Tell your mom and dad, hey, look here. There'll be no expenses going on. I'm going to pay my rent. I'm going to pay X, Y, and Z. I'm just going to pay monthly expenses. I'm going to sit tight. Because if this, try to franchise me, I'm not coming. I'm not signing no franchise tag. I'm not signing a franchise tag. Not going to do it.
Hey, you think you would play with him?
Yeah. You do realize, here's the thing, Ocho. You didn't do it to me now, so you've made me run the gauntlet 2 years in a row. Oh, no. Bro, I got to hit you over the head with a heavy hammer. Yes, absolutely. If I'm Michael, yes. The price goes up 10% every year that you don't get this done. So right now it's $42 million. You don't pay me this year, guess what? It's a 10% increase, $46 million. And plus another 10% on the signing on the guaranteed money.
Does he purposely, what is the method? You did it with CeeDee Lamb. You did it with Dak. You did it with Ezekiel Elliott.
because
the purpose of waiting to the last minute?
he's thinking they're going to give him a discount. I'm not giving you a discount when you making me run to the last year of the contract, Ocho. I'm not.
Right.
See,
Right.
he thought Dak would give him a discount like Wentz and Goff gave their teams discounts. But those teams, they were first and second overall pick. They got huge. Their total contract was guaranteed. They got 35 million. They got 32 million fully guaranteed.
Right.
I don't know what Dak was a fourth round pick, so I don't really know what those numbers are. Then 3 years into the deal, they give him a new contract. That is what they did with Dak. So, Ocho, I've already gotten $33 billion guaranteed. Plus, you come to me early. Okay, I'll give you a little discount. I'll help you. I'll help the salary cap.
Right. Understandable.
I'm not giving you a discount when I'm that low of a draft pick, my first contract. That first one, I'm trying to split your dome. Oh, yes, absolutely. Now, I might give you one the second one, but that's my choosing.
Mm-hmm.
No, you say, you tell me that's, football business and let football people do football things. Well, I'm going to let y'all handle that salary cap. So my job is not to try to help y'all manage y'all salary cap. I'm trying to extract because I care just about as much as winning as you do. Jerry Jones has shown you over the last 30 years he doesn't care about winning. So guess what? Me either. Carly, Ursay Gordon believes 23-year-old Anthony Richardson can still play well enough to justify the Colts' lofty expectations for him before the draft. Where he is in his career and the deal as a rookie, we still have time. He still has time to prove it. Bring a sense of urgency, and nothing brings a sense of urgency more than competition. But before Richardson can prove it on the field, he has to prove it in training camp by beating out Daniel Jones in the Colts' quarterback competition. AR career completion percentage is just 50.6%. He has 11 touchdowns and 13 interceptions.
Listen, he has to prove it more than just on the field.
He proved locker room.
He has to prove it more than just in the field. He has to prove it inside the building, showing the coaches that you're serious about wanting to be quarterback number one for this team. It ain't about just doing it on the field, in the film room, being the first one to get there, being the last one to leave that building. When it comes to everything else, he's been injured a lot, right? So getting treatment, doing it, being on time, not missing those, doing the extra work, staying after practice, throwing receivers. There's so many different things. See, the precedent has already been set on what it takes to be a great quarterback with Peyton Manning.
All of them. I mean, the quarterbacks
has already been set.
Ocho, they getting treatment. They got their playbook.
Hey, you have to want it. You got to want it. The same want. Let's see. I'm sure he has a hobby. I'm not sure what his hobby is, but whatever that hobby may be, football got to come first. But that same joy and passion and love you have for that hobby, you got to pour it into football.
I agree.
Because whatever your hobby be, that's going to be there. Oh, it's going to be there. Because the bulky money that's going to be made, it comes from this. It comes from this. You got to understand that. So listen. The writing is on the wall. You talk about nothing brings the best out of someone like competition. Well, this is more than competition because they just paid someone where it didn't work out in goddamn New York, and they just bought somebody for 1 year with $14 million. That's basically telling you your job is in jeopardy, or they already written in stone that your job is already his. And no matter what you do, you might not be able to beat him out.
You're right.
And if you don't win the starting job here in Indianapolis,
you're going after this year if you don't win the starting job.
That you won't be a starter again in general.
Well, you ain't gonna be no starter in Indy if you don't beat Daniel Jones out. Because it don't make no sense to keep you.
And you look at all the other 31 teams, they're set at the quarterback position. They're set at the quarterback position.
See the now or never, Ocho.
Yeah.
Now or never.
I hate saying that too.
It's just the reality of it. They put a lot into you. They drafted you a lot on potential.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a situation where you were polished. Everybody knew you were a project. And then they said that going into the combine. But then as big as you are, as strong as you were, as fast as you ran, you shot up the draft board.
You can't pass up on that. You just can't, especially the way scouts think.
Yeah.
Especially the way owners think. We can't pass up on that.
But he hasn't.
Potential.
The thing is, Ocho, and I get it, but he hasn't gotten any better. He was a project in high school. He was a project in college. He's a project now. He's like that church building fund. That thing ain't never been completed. And we still pouring more money into it. And the church building fund and the building has never been complete.
Not the church building
You
fund.
know, hey, in our community, we know, everybody know about that building fund. And that building ain't complete yet. And they still taking up money every day up for Sunday. That's Anthony Richardson. He a church building fund. He ain't complete yet. I don't know if he'll ever be complete, Ocho.
Right. I'm hoping. He got all the resources. He got all the tools.
Bro, look at what he got in Indy.
You got everything. You got everything.
Downs, Pittman Jr., Eric Pierce. You got Jonathan Taylor. A very good offensive line.
Yeah, man.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
He ain't got he don't got no slouch skill players around him now.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
There ain't no excuse. None. I can see Ocho. We say, well, he don't really have nothing around him. Come on, Ocho. I mean, he needs bro. Right. Nobody in their right mind can say this man does not have talent around him at the skill position. You look at the wide receivers, he still has a top 5 running back in Jonathan Taylor. He has a solid offensive line. There ain't no reason for him to underachieve like he's been underachieved. Now, I get it. He's been hurt. But, bro, if you get your opportunity, you better seize the moment. This might be your last chance in Indy.
Yeah.
Ocho, a video is circulating of KP Kelsey Plum appearing to call out Caitlin Clark at the WNBA All-Star Weekend. Take a look at this video.
That was a very powerful moment. We didn't, at least as players, we didn't know that was going to happen. So I think it was kind of like a genuine surprise. But the T-shirt, just United front, was determined this morning that we had a meeting for, and not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that. But no, we were just. We had a very
that really needed to be mentioned.
I'm trying to make a situation light, okay? But yeah, no, I think it was just all of us getting on the same page for the game. We wanted to do something that was just united and collective, and I thought that it was a very powerful moment and got the point across. And sometimes you don't have to say anything.
Yeah. She tried to make light of the situation. Look, I like KP.
Yeah.
She was great when she was here. I saw them play last year out here in Vegas. Kay like, whoa. Ain't nobody ask you that. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that. What you think? Something or nothing?
Nah, ain't nothing. Okay. Ain't nothing. But obviously
anytime you mention CC's name, you already know what it's going to get. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah. Different, right. Yeah, but she did the best she could to make light of the situation.
It's just like, certain LeBron. You mentioned LeBron, you already know what's coming with that.
Yeah.
Some people just are polarizing. That's the term, polarizing. Yeah. And that's Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
But hey, y'all have to play some D next year though. Y'all get like the NBA. Ain't nobody coming to see no 130. How many points they score? Like 130, 140 something? Yeah, come on now. Now don't get like the NBA now. No. No, not 151, 131. No. Come on, ladies. Ocho, more changes are coming to the leadership of the NFL Players Association.
I'm right here.
Chief Strategist Officer J.C. Tretter has resigned from his post amid scrutiny over hiring former NFLPA Executive Director Lloyd Howell, who resigned on July 18th. Pat McAfee didn't mince words about the NFLPA leadership following strip club allegations. The NFLPA has been led by people who could much rather be known than the heads of the NFLPA than actual work and act like they are heads of the NFLPA. These dudes think they're celebrities. These dudes think they're powerful. These dudes hire all of their friends and overpay them with players' money. Then these dudes flex while using and abusing all the connections that the players and the league have worked their asses off their entire lives for and act like sanctimonious heroes through it all. Ocho, we kind of touched on this a little bit.
We did.
Early.
Yeah.
This all happened. Pablo Torre, is Pablo still working with ESPN? He has his own thing. Yeah. And he's a lawyer. He's a Harvard grad, very smart. I've never met the guy, but just watching him, listening to him talk, he's a very smart guy, very shrewd. And he went digging, and he found some information.
Yes, sir.
That about a judge had said, they kind of, the owners and there was writing between Jeff Pash and I think Roger Goodell. There was a memo saying we got to get this guaranteed money down because it's getting outrageous. Blah blah blah. There was a smoking gun. Now the NFL do a better job. They've gone underground. With that being said, Lloyd Howell was in trouble. Now I don't know how you get a job as the NFLPA head, right? When you work with a company a private equity firm that your job is to go try to find investors to buy NFL teams. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think like if you're at the head of if you're like a players association, so like you're the president, and that's what Tretter was, like after a year or two, you leave the game, you gone, you done, you got nothing else to do with it. But somehow he got hired as a strategist. So once all this stuff started coming out, it was just a matter of time. Everybody got you got to you
got to blow it up.
Yeah.
Listen, you have no choice but to blow it up, and you might as well bring it home where it belongs. Yeah. Right. You right here to me.
They messed this thing up when they didn't hire Troy, because Troy sat right next to what's this guy's name?
DeMaurice?
No, hell no. They should have never hired him. What's the
Gene
Upshaw?
Gene, yeah.
But see, it shifted because Gene and Paul Tagliabue had a great working relationship.
Yes, sir.
It was a partnership then. Once Paul stepped down, it's funny. He and I came in a year together. We left together because up until that point, Pete Rozelle was the commissioner, and then Commissioner Tagliabue came in, and then I left, and then Roger Goodell come in. And now there's no longer a partnership. The partnership is between the owners and the networks. Right. Those are the partnerships. And I don't think the owners wanted a partnership anymore. Right. They didn't. And the first chance they got, what did they do? They locked y'all ass out.
Yeah.
And they say, we want a bigger piece of the pie. Back.
Hey, but listen, this is what we got to do. I'm telling you need somebody that can play hardball with them. You need somebody that's going to go in there that's going to be for the players. That's going to be for the players and going to get what's right. Because as a former player, I'm gonna do us justice. You know how I am. I'm gonna tell you like it is. I'm gonna say some of the things that people are thinking that they're not gonna say in public. Yeah. We want lifetime benefits. We want to get rid of the franchise tag, even though you may see it as a way to buy yourself time. It also is a way that it is disrespectful to players because you're basically saying we don't really value you.
You don't bought time.
Come on now.
You first of all, Ocho, normally if somebody's on that franchise tag, somebody gets to the franchise tag, they've already played 4 or 5 years. So they've already bought you time. You should know.
Hey.
If you don't know what you have after 4 or 5 years,
Yes,
so you
go.
mean to tell me you need another year?
Come on now.
No, so what you're doing, you're basically betting. You're betting
They're
that
telling-
something's bad's going to happen to me. I'm going to have a bad year. I'm going to have an injury before I have to give you a long-term deal.
That is exactly
That's what
the
you're
owners
doing.
That's what they bet. That's what they betting on. That's what they betting on. That's what that franchise does. They try to make it seem like it's a good thing. Oh, we're gonna be
Yes.
in
Well,
top three,
what
top
they
five
told us,
position.
Ocho, it was kind of like the bird exemption,
Right.
where you could sign your players. You know what I'm saying? Because you wanted to keep a John Elway with the Broncos. You wanted to keep a Dan Marino with the Dolphins. You wanted to keep your top-notch players, your Emmitt Smith, your Bruce Smith.
Right.
You wanted to keep those guys there.
Right.
But they abused it. And now they're like, well, nah, what we're going to do, we're going to slap you with the tag. Or they would threaten you with the tag.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so the problem is, Ocho, is that although, look, I know, you're semi-serious and semi-joking. The problem that anybody that's going to have when they come in and take over the NFLPA is not like MLB. It's not like basketball. Because when Marvin Miller, who was the head of baseball,
Yes, sir.
when they say we're going to shut it down, they shut it down. When the NBA PA, when they say we're going to shut it down, they
Right.
shut it down.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
So, and the problem, and so look, everybody wasn't going to make LeBron's money or Steph Curry's money.
To be able to hold
But
out.
in order for you to get the money up,
Right. You
this is
gotta
what you
whether
had to do. What they did to him, Ocho, they sold him a bill of goods. They say, hey, man, y'all work hard, and then here's a rookie that's never thrown a pass. Remember when Sam Bradford was the highest paid player in the NFL?
got
And he
that
had never
20?
thrown a pass?
Got that 20? Yeah.
No, he got 50.
Oh, it was
He got
50.
50 million.
Oh, yeah. Guaranteed.
So he was the highest paid player and never played a down.
Down, yes,
So
sir.
let me tell you what the owners did. The owners said, we want to play players that have been established. We want to play the veteran players that money and
sir.
make those guys that's coming into league, make them earn it.
Right.
And the players, we going to get that money. And guess what they do? Soon as you get to a certain age, they cut you.
Yeah.
Now they got the rookies on a wage scale, and you don't get to the back end to get the bag. You see how they did it, Ocho?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You see how they did it? They got us. They got you. So now we got the rookies capped here. And on the back end, the vets thinking, man, I'm going to play blah, blah, blah. Nah, don't. So now, basically, you got to live here.
Yeah.
You
That's
see
why
how they did
that's why
Ocho?
listen, Unc, that's why that first 3 years is so important. Maximizing as much as you can in that first 3 years and what's guaranteed.
Yes.
What am I really getting outside of your signing bonus? What am I really touching them first 3 years? Because after that first 3 years, unless you that boy, man, listen here, man. The water gets real
They already
muddy.
plotting. How can we get out from under this?
Absolutely. Listen, it's a business. I think that's one of the things.
No,
the players
it's a business for them.
Oh, that's what I was trying to say.
But the ownership has convinced the fans that if you don't take what they give you, you selfish. And you're not about winning.
Hey,
bro, y'all ain't won in 100 years.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, because I won't take the peanuts that you're offering, now I don't care nothing about winning.
But see,
and the first thing they throw, because I've heard some people say, I know talking to some agents and people, the first name they throw up, guess who they throw up? Guess who name they throw up, Ocho?
Who?
Give you one guess. Tom Brady.
Yeah, but Unc, you have to understand, Tom Brady was in a special situation. Everybody else in the NFL is not married or dating someone that makes more money than the actual player himself. He was making 33, 40 million a year.
Tom Brady took less money. Why you can't be like Tom Brady? Tom took less money in order to win.
I tell you what.
And you know what I'll tell them? And when it came right down to it, they did Tom Brady like they did everybody else.
Come on now. Come on, it's Sunday. Go ahead and preach. I'm not
At the end of the day, as loyal as Tom Brady was, as long as he had played up under what he should have rightfully gotten, they still showed him the door. So at the end of the day, no matter what I do, So you know what? I know at the end of the day you're looking to get rid of me, but I'm gonna tax your pockets. It's not, you say, hey,
while I'm here,
I'm not the GM. My job is to play. Now, if you want me to help you construct your salary cap, that's gonna cost you extra. But in the meantime, since that's not my job, my job is to tackle, my job is to catch, my job is to run, block, whatever the case may be on the football field. My job is not to help you manage the salary cap. That's your job. And you tell me all the time, you the billionaire, you should be able to figure that out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's funny. I don't think fans would be able to understand it from a player's perspective because they will always side with their team and their loyalty. And the owner saying what they, and obviously the media obviously is, and most of the time the media is going to be gravitate towards the owner side as well, making the players look like they are selfish in certain circumstances. It's unfortunate, but again, I mean, just hypothetically speaking, I'm just throwing it out there. Just, I mean, in a way I'm serious, in a way I'm actually joking, but I would love to be one to be in those rooms, because you're not gonna pull the wool over my eyes. You're not gonna pull out the wool, and I'm one of the few who are gonna say the things that no one else will say.
Oh, I think the thing is, look, you have prosperity for another 4 or 5 years. Whomever comes in, guys, please start saving your money. No more homes. No, tell the wife, no more extravagant purchases. We got to put a war chest. So because they're going to lock us out.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you why they're going to lock us. Because let me tell you what they did last time, Ocho. They locked us out. They locked y'all out. I was done. I was done. They locked you out.
Yeah.
And once they got 10 more years, they had 3 years left with the T broadcasting. They went right back to the broadcasting and said, we got 10 years of labor peace. We want to redo the deal. And they did it. Now, I'm not telling you what somebody told you. I'm telling you what I know. So what they're going to do, they're going to lock you out.
Yeah.
They're going to lock you out. Now, let me tell you who wants a programming. And they're playing a premium because we see what Netflix pay Jake Paul every time he gets on that network. And we see what Amazon's doing. So don't be surprised. In the next round, you're watching it on Amazon.
Yeah.
You're watching it on Netflix. I'm talking about the Sunday stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because they got more money than NBC. They got more money than Fox. They got more money than CBS. Now, I ain't telling you what somebody telling you. They got more money than ESPN.
Oh, they coming.
So I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. They're going to lock you out. Because he said, when he took the job, he said in 20 years, they want to be doing $25 billion in revenue per year.
Woo.
I think they're at about 19, 20. That's why you see they done added another game, Ocho. Not only did they add, guess what? They added another playoff spot too. You see how they did that? And everybody's like,
listen, that money got to come. That money got to come from somewhere now. Come on now. Got to come from somewhere.
We added a playoff game. Guess what? That's what we did, Ocho. We added another game. That's 17. So we got an extra team in the playoff, and we got an extra game. Now, what does Commish keep throwing out there? 18.
Yeah.
18.
Oh,
18.
Yeah, he gonna tease it. He gonna tease it every time. But what's the one thing everybody talk about? They keep throwing flags all over the place. Player safety. Player safety.
Ocho. I ain't listening to nothing you say because all I see is the ratings going up. Every game, every year, the ratings keep going up. So fans keep talking about, this is flag football. Y'all keep watching. I don't know if y'all noticed. Did you see how many people watched the Super Bowl last year? Did you see how many people watched the playoff games last year? So why am I listening to you?
Yeah.
You're not.
They will always watch, huh? No matter what anybody says.
Now you see why, Ocho, we don't get invited nowhere, Ocho. They can't. But I gotta tell the people the truth.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I've always been the villain. I've always been the bad one. I'm always been the one not to follow the rules. So I'm used to
Chad,
it.
now y'all know why I've never been invited to a rookie symposium, and Ocho and I, we don't get the perks of being able to go certain places and do certain things. But it's all good. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you what I know. Because I've talked to people that was in that room that was negotiating.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if whomever the next head of the Players Association, please tell these guys to start saving their money.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna start
We
telling
got to
him
put
now.
a war chest together, guys. In order for us to get, we want guaranteed money and we want lifetime health benefits. We want to do away with that franchise tag. The only way, because they know how much money you got. They know. Everything that happens in Dallas, there's nothing that Jerry Jones doesn't know about.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing that happens in Miami that Stephen Ross doesn't know about. There's nothing in an NFL town that those owners doesn't know about.
Yeah. It's so funny. It literally know everything. Literally know everything. I'm not
know
sure.
what you're up
I'm not
against.
sure what
Loans.
service. I don't know what service the NFL uses. I'm not sure what service the owners use. But being able to tell me what I know. Being able to tell me I'm riding four-wheelers in the offseason with my homeboys down 12th Avenue. How do you know that you all the way in Cincinnati? How you know that? How you call my grandma and tell my grandma, hey, tell Chad to stay off them four-wheelers during the offseason, please? Tell him to start riding up and down. Wait a minute. Huh? Shh, man, I'm a witness to it. They know everything.
They know. Hey. Why you not in the bed asleep?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Teddy
I
Bear.
don't know which one that is.
That's Teddy Bear.
Hey, Teddy Bear. You got to bring both them boys on, and you got to bring both them on.
And I was like, man, and the thing is, Ocho, like I said, they know. They know how much you pay and how much your home loan is. They know how many kids you got, how many go into private school. If you got a divorce, they know what you paid.
Yeah.
Browns Kenny Pickett predicted to enter training camp as QB1. Cleveland's quarterback battle is about to begin with the start of the 2025 training camp. Rookies and vets have officially reported to Berea. And to kick things off, Mary Kay Cabot predicts that Kenny Pickett will have the upper hand early in camp. Kenny Pickett still has a slight edge in terms of being number one on the depth chart heading into training camp, but that could quickly change. Mary Kay Cabot is the gospel when it comes to the Cleveland Browns.
Uh-huh.
She's the gospel.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Listen, she's the Pavarotti of opera.
There's some reporters that when they speak about, because they've covered it for so long.
Yes.
That's her. Jane Slater, when she starts talking about the Cowboys, take it to the bank.
Yeah. Yeah, every time.
Go on and take it to the bank. It used to be that way with Ed Bouchette when he was in Pittsburgh. I don't know if he's still does Ed still there, but when he talks, go on and like, yeah. But Mary Kay Cabot did. Go ahead, Ocho. You gonna say?
I'm gonna say the quarterback battle. I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing. I like the fact that they put certain things out, and most of the time, it's all smoke and mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
It's all smoke and mirrors. I talk to the people that play on that team. I hear what's being said. I slipped up a little bit a few shows ago and said some things I shouldn't have said, but it was okay with that individual that I did say it. I know what it looks like. They're telling me, you know. So I love what she says, and when she says Kenny Pickett has the chance to be quarterback number one. I know who's going to be quarterback number one week one when they step on that field. I know who it's going to be. I can tell you that. You know, it's going to be Joe Flacco.
Mm-hmm.
That's neither here nor there. The person that has the front running experience based on what he's done, his familiarity with the team and the offense, it could be Joe Flacco. Now, who's going to be behind him if anything goes wrong or when things start to go wrong? My guess is going to be the best person, most polished, with the most success behind him, and that would be 12. And that's Brother Sanders. No disrespect to Dylan Gabriel or Kenny Pickett. But if they were the answer, they've already had their time. They already had their chances to be starting quarterbacks in the league. You understand what I'm saying? Is something going to miraculously change with Kenny Pickett?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. I don't understand quarterback number one. I don't listen to any of that. That's all. I call that smoke and mirrors. No disrespect to Kenny Pickett. Love him. Love him, but his opportunity with the Steelers, you had it. So you mean you come to a team like the Cleveland Browns that's in dire need of quarterback one, and all of a sudden now you're the answer if something has changed miraculously at the quarterback position with you in your play. No, it hasn't.
I agree, Ocho. I just didn't understand if, you bring in all these quarterbacks. You bring in a veteran, 18 years in Joe Flacco. You bring in another veteran player in Kenny Pickett, and you take two rookies.
Yeah,
it was. I don't get that, because I see a very similar situation with the RG3 situation in Washington. You take RG3 with the number 2 pick, and then you end up taking Cousins, and we see how that played out. We see how that played out. Mike didn't want RG3 because back then, Ocho, they were in salary cap hell. They had tried to put all that money in an uncapped year. The league punished them, and so they had a lot of debt. They really didn't have any cap space. Now Mike's looking at Daniel Snyder, said, "Dan, if we give up this to get this young man, how do we build a team? We can't sign free agencies, and we giving up draft capital for the foreseeable future." Yeah. And his style leads to injury. Because now, if he's going to be Lamar, and you see Lamar gradually runs less and less. He throws more and more from the pocket. He's done a better job of getting down. He's done a better job of getting out of bounds. That wasn't RG3. And plus the fact RG3 wanted to be something that he couldn't be immediately. That was Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Pocket being able to, they were that because they were not athletic. They couldn't take off and run away from a defense like RG3 could. He didn't understand that was his blessing, Ocho.
Right.
You notice, Ocho, quarterbacks that are not mobile never say, "Man, I wish I was mobile." Tom Brady never said, "I wish I could do this." Peyton Manning never said, "I'd do that." Because you have to understand, the defense looks at you once you start running, they see Adrian Peterson.
That's it. No matter what jersey number you're wearing.
I see a running back.
That's it.
And I'm trying to split his dome. Legally. I'm trying to hit you as hard as God will let me. Now, I'm not concerned about next week. But if I hit you clean legally and you don't come back into the game, I wish you the best for next week. But oh well. Because I look at it like this, Ocho. My job as a defender is not to protect the offensive player. That's his coordinator's job. That's his quarterback job. So if the coordinator calls a play and the quarterback takes off running, you told me you don't care about him. So why should I?
Yeah. But also, you know what? Also, the offensive coordinator, he knows the player's strengths is at the quarterback position. So he puts the quarterback in advantageous positions to make those plays for the team. And just so happens what the quarterback does best is the exact thing the defense hope he does. And that's fine.
Because all I need is one clean shot.
That's it. That's it.
And I just hope Shedeur gets a fair chance. It's hard. Speaking personally, Ocho, going into a situation where you're not a high draft pick and you're behind so many guys. Hell, I'm like the 6th or 7th receiver. I'm only going to get 1 or 2 plays, Ocho. How do I get your attention?
1 or 2, you make the most of it. Make the most of it.
That's it.
Listen, I don't even think it's not even hard, huh? It's not even hard. I hate going back, but this was just a lesson being taught. We already know he's a top 3 pick and should have been. Now, for conversational purposes, this is a great conversation piece. I know how the outcome is going to be based on what he can do when he touches the field. He's been a winner all his life, everywhere he's went. And that same attitude and discipline and the way of playing the game of football is going to carry over in Cleveland as well. And this is no disrespect to the other competitors on that team at that specific position.
Right.
It's going to carry over. He's already been through adversity. He's already faced these same obstacles every time. This is just another one he's going to overcome. And I'm happy for the organization. Hell, I'm happy for Browns fans because finally, what you've always needed for so long is right there in your building. All they doing is just prolonging the situation. That's all they doing.
They don't need to prolong it anymore. They need to find a quarterback. They need to find one bad. And, if you go back and look at it, they really only had two. I mean, you got to go back to Otto Graham.
Bernie
Otto Graham, I think, went to like 10 championships. But that was like before your mom and your grandma was.
I seen Otto Graham play. I seen the black and white footage.
So,
he was nice.
And
now.
then you got,
them high
yeah. And then you got Bernie, Baker. Baker could have been good, but they didn't have the pieces around Baker. You see, Baker found a home. Look,
wait a minute.
in Tampa, because look at what Baker had at Oklahoma.
Hold on, did you forget the receivers Baker had in Cleveland? You don't remember, huh?
Who he have?
Odell, if I'm not mistaken, right? Jarvis Landry, if I'm not mistaken. And was it Donovan Peoples-Jones or am I tripping? Am I off? Chat. Remind me if I'm But that's something to work with.
But think about it, Ocho. Odell came off a broken leg. Odell had a torn ACL. We know Odell was not the same player that he was in New York.
No, he hadn't got hurt yet.
He had broke his leg in the Giants. He did.
Okay. Thank you for getting me right. Okay.
Jarvis was a slot receiver, had great hands, durable, but that's not Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Yeah. Mike Evans different. Mike Evans in his own world.
Now Godwin has gotten hurt a lot over the last several years.
Yes.
But the one thing you can set your clock by. Mike Evans is going to get 1,000 yards receiving.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Evans is going to get 1,000 yards receiving. He went somewhere. Carolina was not a good fit for him. The Rams, we know he wasn't going to stick there. Stafford had gotten hurt. Stafford was their guy. He was never going to beat Stafford out. But he goes to Tampa, plays on a one-year deal, and boom, the rest is, as they say, is history. And he's found a home because at Oklahoma, look at the receivers they had. CeeDee Lamb. Who else was the other receiver? I think Joe Mixon was his running back. So he's used to being around talent. Now they give him that, so now he can shine, he can flourish. We're going to find out. They're in a very, very tough division. The Steelers got better. The Ravens got better. The Bengals believe they've gotten better. They've re-signed their two offensive weapons. Joe Burrow has another year in that system. The question is, can they hold up defensively? Because they put when Ocho, it puts a lot of pressure on your offense to have to be perfect. They have to be perfect. Joe Burrow can turn the ball over one time, and sometimes that's enough to cause them to lose. One turnover. It's hard to play perfect. But that's what the Bengals have to be because their defense, they score 38, they give up 41. They score 35, they give up 38. They score 31, they give up 34.
Yeah.
And Joe just has to can't turn it over today because our defense ain't stopping no one. It's hard to play like that. It really is. All right, Ocho, this is the subject that you Also, there's something mainstream media hasn't reported much on in the wake of June 23rd gas explosion that sparked the fire and ravaged several units in the Rainbow Terrace section of Garden Valley Apartments. Shedeur gave back to the community. Over the course of 4 hours last Wednesday evening, nearly 1,000 residents of the Garden Valley Apartments gathered for a family-friendly charitable event sponsored by Shedeur. The festivities featured an 11-year-old DJ, line dancing, free haircuts, food truck, grill food, and complimentary T-shirts. In addition to never turning down a selfie request, Shedeur joined residents in cornhole, a makeshift football game, and even blowing bubble with children. Props to Shedeur
Yeah.
for hitting the ground running when it comes to ingratiating himself into the Cleveland community.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's the one thing you get? Remember the movie Gladiator? Remember what he told Maximus? Win the crowd, you win your what?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Freedom. Win the crowd, and the rest will take care of itself. He's doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Embed yourself in the community. Let them see, as a quarterback, I'm here. I'm here. I don't think things went the way they should have gone, but I'm here. That's going to take him far with those on the outside of the stadium. Far. That means a lot. When's the last time you seen a Cleveland Brown quarterback do something like that? All of them done stuff in the community, I'm sure. They all do. Every team has players that do. I mean, to that magnitude.
Normally, that's the first round
area.
pick, high draft choice, not seventh round picks.
Yeah.
It's definitely not this time of the year. Now, maybe once the season starts, I've made the team. I do things in the community, a blood drive, a food bank, clothes to the, whatever the case may be, Christmas gift, turkeys for Thanksgiving, hams, whatever the case may be, Ocho. Yeah, I get that. I've seen it. But not like this. But this is who he is.
Different. Yeah.
This is who he is. So kudos to Shedeur for getting out in the community, ingratiating himself, and hey, good things.